Hey guys, down at fishtankprojects.com and thought I'd do an update on the 6-foot shallow reef tank. Another new coral to add to the addition. I got another purple plume gorgonian. I got the gold one last week, and ever since then I saw the purple one and wanted that one as well. So finally got that one picked up yesterday, and it's looking great. Has all the little polyps starting to come out. Just turned the lights on. There's the gold one already has all its polyps extended, so it is looking quite happy. It does add some nice movement to the tank. One little arm might have to be chopped off as it keeps touching the barabanki, but hopefully those won't fight too much. Aside from that, I think that's it for new corals. I did get this one. Not sure if it was in my last video, but I got that guy about a week ago. I think it's some form of a hydrophora. My other big change I did last night, inside my calcium reactor second chamber, I drained it out and I added this very tiny media. So I'm hoping that will get a little more benefit out of it and hopefully lower my pH a bit more. Or raise my pH rather. I also put in a new Apex probe. I got the double junction lab grade probe I put on the tank. And I recalibrated my calcium reactor's pH probe. So one of the funny things I noticed about that when I recalibrated it, it was previously set up to be 6.7 to 6.9. And after calibrating it, it was reading at 6.4, so I think my reactor is potentially running a heck of a lot lower than I thought it was. But there's no issue with the media melting. Yeah, even last night it was around 6.3, 6.4. Even today it's only on to 6.5. So at least nothing melted. So it is running a lot lower than it was. Tank 7.7, so my old probe was actually pretty darn stable. So the funny thing is that's a lab grade probe in the calcium reactor, and that seemed to drift the most, so who knows. But hopefully recalibrate, everything will be fine and happy. Nothing new for fish. A few minor tweaks of coral and just replacing things. Regluing some gorgonians and a couple things that are going on the sand bed. Sold a couple corals. Slowly trying to clean up the ones that I have excess of or make a little more sand bed space. So yeah, that's about all I got for now. Oh, one other soon-to-be addition. I currently use that 5-gallon reservoir as my auto top-off tank. I got a 15-gallon container, which I'm going to hide behind the chair. And hopefully I can get that, run a little RO line along the ground and back up into this tank. And that will let me actually make it a week or two without topping it off. Because currently the 5-gallon tank gets topped off every 4 to 5 days, sometimes every 3 days, so it depends. So it's a lot more work, so that should last a while. I'm also debating putting in a calc stir that I'm working on, and that will sit somewhere over there. And I may use that 5-gallon to feed the calc stir, or I'll pull it from the other container, we'll see. Now the other interesting kind of thing that I have to figure out is right now it is just topping off via gravity and a float valve. Now at the top off tank, half the tank will be above the water lines, so gravity will work. The bottom half, however, it won't. So I have an interesting idea I'm going to try. I got one of these little aqualifter pumps that lots of people tend to use. They're cheap, 25 bucks. And I'm going to hook it up to the Apex via a float switch. And I'm going to put the float switch below the float valve. So the first 7 or 8 gallons will work through gravity. And if it drops below that, it'll hit the switch and turn on the aqualifter. So I'm thinking this might work. I'll have to get the perfect position for the float switch, but it should allow it to use good old-fashioned gravity float, 60% of the time. That last bit will use the aqualifter pump if it needs to, so I'm hoping that'll work. Another little random addition to the sump, you might see my little funnel. One second, sorry. So I previously had an auto feeder that would drop into a funnel. The one issue I had is after a while, some of the pellets would kind of just sit on the top and get all nasty. So I added a little water line off my reactor to do a little water trickle in here, and what that does is it forces the pellets and flushes them in. So I haven't finished setting this up, but that's going to be my new plan, so it forces any pellets in, and I can re-automate my auto feeder. So Apex auto feeder here. and it will fire the pellets out into the tank, and I can keep my nice clean look of no equipment on top. That's all we got for today, boys and girls, so if you like this video, give that thumbs up and subscribe for future updates. Cheers.